place we stay at, L.A., Atlanta, Detroit, we have homes, our own homes. We don't have to go in and rent shit. We got our own houses, we got our own cars, we got our own hoes, we got our own clothes. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be stopped. I don't see nobody stopped.
Because they have a name for us in Atlanta. Like I'm telling you, they wasn't even calling us BMF. They were saying Meechy and his boys. Because the public didn't know what BMF was. Only the that was saying they was BMF knew what BMF was. It wasn't something being promoted at that time. There was no chains like you see on the TV show. That's cap.
Join today, we dive deep into the intricate life of Demetrius Flenory, also known as Big Meech, who was a prominent figure in the American drug trade during the late 20th and early 21st centuries. As the co-founder of the Black Mafia Family, BMF, a notorious criminal organization, Flenory's story is one of ambition, excess, and ultimately, the devastating consequences of a life of crime. From humble beginnings to a life of opulence and influence, Flenory's journey serves as a cautionary tale about the allure and dangers of the criminal underworld. Demetrius Edward Flenory, the man known to the world as Big Meech, was born on a warm June day in 1968 in the bustling city of Cleveland, Ohio. His childhood was shaped by the unwavering love and guidance of his parents, Charles and Lucille Flenory. Charles, a man of unwavering determination, dedicated his life to providing for his family, his efforts echoing through the walls of their modest home. Even in the face of adversity, Charles's spirit remained unbroken, his legacy of hard work and perseverance leaving an indelible mark on his children. The Flenory family's journey led them to the vibrant city of Detroit, Michigan, where they raised their 3 children. Demetrius, his younger brother Terry, affectionately known as Southwest T, and their sister, Nicole. Lucille, a steadfast pillar of strength, stood by her sons through thick and thin, offering unwavering support even as they ventured into the perilous world of illegal activities. Early life and schooling. Growing up in a modest, lower-middle-class home, Demetrius and Terry Flenory exhibited a natural knack for business from a young age. However, their entrepreneurial spirit took a dark turn during their teenage years, when they began to dabble in the illicit drug trade. Starting with small quantities of cocaine, their involvement in the drug world grew steadily, casting a shadow over their academic pursuits. While specific details about their educational background are scarce, it's clear that their journey into criminality began during their formative years, setting the stage for the infamous criminal empire they would eventually build. Formation of BMF. In the late 1980s, the Flenory brothers, driven by an insatiable desire for power and wealth, decided to expand their illicit operations beyond the confines of their local drug trade. With a vision of a criminal empire, they formed the Black Mafia Family, BMF, a formidable organization that would quickly become a dominant force in the American drug trade. Like a rapidly growing vine, BMF established a vast network for distributing cocaine across the United States. By the early 1990s, the organization's tentacles had spread to several states, including Georgia, Alabama, Illinois, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Ohio. Their influence was not limited to drug trafficking alone. BMF engaged in extensive money laundering activities, cleverly funneling their illicit profits through a labyrinth of businesses and investments, disguising their criminal origins. Their rise to power coincided with the burgeoning hip-hop culture, and BMF quickly became synonymous with a lavish lifestyle and connections to prominent figures in the music industry. The brothers' association with high-profile artists helped to elevate their organization's status, turning them into notorious figures who commanded both fear and admiration. Law enforcement attention. As BMF's influence grew, so too did the scrutiny from law enforcement agencies. The Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and other federal authorities began to unravel the intricate web of the organization's criminal activities. After years of meticulous investigation, a major federal crackdown culminated in the arrests of Demetrius and Terry Flenory, along with several other key members of BMF. In 2008, Demetrius was found guilty of drug trafficking and money laundering and sentenced to a lengthy 30-year prison term, marking the beginning of the end for the once mighty criminal empire. Rise and fall. Despite their initial meteoric rise, the BMF's reign of terror was ultimately cut short by the relentless pursuit of law enforcement agencies. Demetrius Flenory, the mastermind behind the organization, was sentenced to a harsh 30-year prison term in 2008. After nearly 2 decades behind bars, a glimmer of hope emerged in 2024 when he was granted early release. However, his freedom came with conditions, and he is now serving the remainder of his sentence in a residential re-entry program. A stark contrast to the lavish lifestyle he once enjoyed as the kingpin of BMF. Legacy and cultural impact. The saga of BMF and the Flenory brothers has been immortalized in the Starz series BMF, a gripping dramatization that chronicles their meteoric rise to power and their subsequent downfall. Demetrius Flenory, the enigmatic mastermind behind the organization, played an undeniably pivotal role in expanding BMF's reach and operations. At the height of his influence, his net worth was estimated to be around $100 million, a staggering fortune amassed through the organization's illicit activities, which reportedly generated a total profit of $270 million. Consequences of his actions. Demetrius Flenory's involvement in drug trafficking and money laundering led to a web of legal troubles that would ultimately ensnare him and BMF. The relentless pursuit of law enforcement resulted in the seizure of the organization's assets, including luxurious properties, high-end vehicles, and vast sums of cash. His imprisonment and the subsequent legal battles also had a profound impact on his family, leaving a lasting scar on his children and partner. The dramatization of BMF's story has brought to light the devastating consequences of their actions, serving as a stark warning about the perils of a life consumed by crime. That's it for now. Tune in for more updates on your favorite celebrities.